Welcome to Charlie's Chatroom, your self-improvement, do-it-yourself go-to for important life hacks that put you in the best position to unwrap the best version of you. I'm Charlie, and we're ready to enlighten and empower, so pull up a seat and turn up the volume. Self-reflection. Now, this is a powerful tool for personal growth and self-improvement. Self-reflection involves taking a step back from our daily routines and our busy lives and all the activities to truly do some introspection and to evaluate our thoughts, our actions and beliefs. And by engaging in regular self-reflection, we gain valuable insights into ourselves. What's our motivations? What are our goals? And this paves the way for positive change and development. Now, one of the key benefits of self-reflection is gaining self-awareness. When we take the time to reflect on our experiences, emotions, and behaviors, we become more conscious of our strengths, weaknesses, and areas that may need improvement. This self-awareness allows us to make more informed decisions, set realistic goals, and work towards becoming the best version of ourselves. Self-reflection also fosters personal growth by encouraging us to learn from our experiences. So whether they are successes or failures. I'm going to repeat that. Self-reflection fosters personal growth and it encourages us to learn from all of our experiences, whether these are successes or failures. I know a lot of times in life, we look at failures as such. We want to sweep them under the rug. They are big regrets. We don't want to look back at them, or they haunt us in our minds and in our hearts and in our sleep. They haunt our relationships. They haunt us in our careers. However, failure should not be looked at in that way. Every experience provides an opportunity for learning and growth. So even with failure, that is our opportunity to look at what didn't work out, to look at what we could do differently. If we weren't prepared for the sporting activity and we didn't win, if the relationship failed, if we didn't land that gig, whatever it is, to just look at it and say, how can I move differently? How can I practice harder? What can I say differently? What do I need to learn from this? And then turn that failure into a learning opportunity. And that would just revolutionize so many things in our psyche if we looked at failure in that manner. So through self-reflection, we can identify patterns in our behavior, understand what works well for us, and pinpoint areas where we need to make changes or adjustments. And I think that is so powerful, and that is one of the key aspects of reflection, and particularly self-reflection. We are always using it to pinpoint areas where we can make changes and adjustments for our greatest potential. Moreover, self-reflection promotes mindfulness and emotional intelligence. By tuning into our thoughts and feelings, we develop a deeper understanding of ourselves as well as others, which is really important because we are not an island unto ourselves. We are connected to everyone in all of our spaces, at home, at work, within our family, within the greater community. So connecting with people and understanding them is also essential. All right. This heightened awareness enables us to manage our emotions more effectively, to communicate more empathetically, and build stronger relationships with the people around us. And I just want to talk a moment about empathy because this world, this society we live in has such a huge lack of empathy. Specifically because of technology. That is one area that is a gift and a curse. The phone, the gadgets, the computer has removed us so much from our community, from our families, from physical touch, from just so much, okay? And we live in this world, and particularly let's examine social media. And let's talk about the empathy there. There's so much with filters and the facade of being online, and it just creates a world of self-centered people and very self-absorbed people, and maybe people don't intentionally go towards this pathway. I know wonderful people. However, we get online and we get sucked into that lifestyle. So you got the baddie culture. Everybody wants to be a baddie. Everybody's beating their face. You have the selfie culture where we take thousands of pictures a year, specifically just selfie. I was reading the statistics a couple years ago on how many selfies the average person takes. It is insane. And then all of the editing with the photos and all of the fun filters and funny faces. You can make yourself beautiful. You can make yourself look like a monster or a clown. And we get really desensitized. And then you have the vastness of TikTok and all of the other platforms where you get all of these doses of people's lives and all of these things in a flick of the finger. 15 seconds, 10 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, and you're just absorbing and consuming this much information on a daily basis. And we see horrific things online. And not to go down a rabbit hole with this, but if we just look at that specifically, and everybody is on social media except the very few people who disconnect and refuse to be online or get accounts, or they tuck their phones away when they're home and they only use it for certain hours. That is a minority of people who are conscious about how much media they actually consume. And I'm going back to being mindful and empathetic. When we are desensitized because we are always on our gadgets, we forget what's real and what's not. So with the self-reflection, that grounds us and pulls us back into the real world. And if you're taking that time to put a thought towards yourself and towards another individual, then we can come back into our relationships and find healing. When I can actually sit and think about my neighbor, my husband, my wife, my children, and how they're being impacted, how their day went, what they're thinking about, what would they like to eat for dinner, what makes my boss angry, what upset my sister, and all of these things that are empathy, and put myself into their shoes when I have my mind and I'm not absorbed into the technology or into other distractions via the technology. Okay? Practicing self-reflection doesn't require a significant time commitment. Even just a few minutes of quiet contemplating each day can yield meaningful insights and benefits, as I just explained. Now, this is a transformative practice that empowers us to understand ourselves better and the world, to learn from our experiences and strive for continuous improvement, which leads us to a more fulfilling and purposeful existence. So in this 3-step transformation program, we'll walk through a process to successfully learn or even strengthen this practice if you are already someone who does reflection. We're going to highlight modes of constructive self-reflection so you can get the most benefit and delve deep into this practice, because I really want to hit home with this and I really want to make it impactful. So we're going to practically implement your findings through your self-reflections, and we're going to come up with strategies to integrate into your life as a participant in the 3-step transformation program. Some modes of self-reflection that we're going to go over is journaling. Just having that self-expression and emotional release opportunity via journaling, which provides a safe space for you to write things down without judgment, for you to be authentically yourself without judging your thoughts, your feelings, or your experiences. And you can write this down regularly. You can do it every day. You can do it multiple times a day. And you can reflect on your accomplishments, your challenges, lessons you learn. And journaling provides you with a tangible record of your journey. And you can track your progress over time. You can see what's working, what's not working, or just what transpired in general. Another thing that will be suggested in a way to have positive self-reflection time or constructive self-reflection time is mindfulness time or meditation. Now, most people say mindfulness meditation, but mindfulness can be something isolated in itself because meditation is specific to a set time period where you're focused on your breathing. You could also just do the breathing exercises. You can do it with thought. Mindfulness can incorporate things like yoga or Tai Chi and Qigong or different martial arts and their energy focus. So mindfulness is broad. Meditation is specific. Another thing we can do with our self-reflection is just asking questions. Whether you write this down or you do it verbally or inside of your head, you can ask probing questions to stimulate deeper thoughts. Feedback. You can get feedback from trusted friends, mentors. You can get them from your therapist, a counselor, your spiritual leader, from your pastor or priest. And these are people, and I said trusted people, who can listen openly and be objective and give you their perspective and insights. And it's constructive feedback. And it's valuable to you, and it can help you identify things that you may not see. So be very cautious in who you pick for the feedback. Also, you can use reflection time for goal setting. This is a really big one. You can regularly review your goals and progress toward them. You can reflect on what steps that you have taken, what obstacles you've encountered, and maybe what adjustments are necessary so that you can stay on track to meeting your goals. So those are a few things that you can examine with self-reflection. In the transformation program, I'm going to walk you through a journaling experience. And this part is optional. And you'll see this laid out later on in the course where you can join me in a live webinar where we do an in-depth, deep, constructive walkthrough of self-reflection. And I would love to have you join me for that. That's all I have for you today. Remember, self-reflection is a powerful tool for personal growth and self-improvement. I hope you get into it. I hope that you'll join us on school for our course. Have a wonderful day. Go forth and be well. Peace.